We're good now.
Good evening. My name is Mike Wickers. I'm the mayor of Cottonwood Heights, and this is the business meeting for the Cottonwood Heights City Council for November 15th, 2022. I've asked Councilmember Peterson if he would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening. I pledge the flag. Public. One nation, under God. Thank you, Councilmember Peterson. So we have the Vice President of Partnerships for Brooksy, the Big Cottonwood Canyon Marathon organizer, Daryl Pippin, here with us this evening. And so we are actually going to invite you up to the podium, and we have a special acknowledgement that we're excited to see. So come on up. Push the
There we go.
there you go.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, City Council. As it has been for the last 10 years with our partnership with the city of Cottonwood Heights, we had another successful Big Cottonwood Marathon that took place on Saturday, September 11th this year. Beautiful weather, great people to come out, and another inspiring event to see people complete the half and full marathon that came down Big Cottonwood Canyon. So we appreciate the continued support of Cottonwood Heights for this event to occur within your city limits. And we look forward to continuing that relationship into the future. But the reason we are here tonight is to present a check to the Parks and Recs Foundation for a little over $3,500. And this is a part of one thing that we do for the city of Cottonwood Heights. So if Ben Hill will come up, I'd like to present the check to him. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Just quickly, just want to thank the city for recognizing the Parks and Recreation Foundation to receive that donation. It really does go help our families that maybe otherwise couldn't participate in youth activities or adult activities, whatever it may be. I also just want to recognize our board of trustees who are here, Patty Hansen and Dan Morzaleski, as well as our assistant director, Lisa Durant. So thank you so much, City.
Thank you. Hey, let's do a picture real quick. Is that okay? So.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that again, Daryl. So, and I know the rec center is grateful, and we are as well. So item 4.0 is during the second city council business meeting each month, we give time to the council to share with us things that they've been working on the past month. And each member will have 3 minutes to do so. We'll begin today with Councilmember Burrell.
All right, well, it's always my pleasure each month to meet with the historical committee, sit on their committee, and they are doing some very exciting things. They've been working for some time on a veterans memorial, and it's I think going to be really a wonderful addition to our city hall patio area out here. They're also doing something I found fascinating, subdivision. So they're, one of the members has done incredible research on what the housing subdivisions looked like in Cottonwood Heights prior to 1954. And this is part of the work that they need to do to keep a certain status with the state historical, I guess, society or certification. There's some process there. And also, there's an addition to the historical committee, Bruce Lubeck, who is quite a distinguished, he was a district judge. And so the whole group is very remarkable. I'd like to also report on my work with the UTA Local Advisory Council. They just approved a budget for the next 5 years. It's actually 2023 through 28. And they're looking to budget bringing a, it's called VIA. It's a on-demand service into the Cottonwood Heights area. So this will be an enhancement for people who want to access either places within the city or bus routes, or I should say bus stops within the city so they can go on into other parts of the county. I will say that Mayor Staggs from Riverton, and I also was a voice on behalf of of course, Riverton being in the Southwest and here in the Southeast, the need for commuter service that works for those parts of the county that currently don't, have good access to either light rail or in the case that there's 3 cities in the Southwest that don't have a single bus stop. So there's, a discussion now about bringing more equity. We all pay into transit in Salt Lake County, and we'd like to see enhanced transportation alternatives here in our Cottonwood Heights, Sandy Draper area out into the future. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist in this next 5-year plan. I also want to report that the city is in the process of a resolution denouncing the gondola. That process was stalled temporarily. I'm trying to get more protections for District 4 and beef up that resolution a little bit. But I do want everyone to know that I'm going to support the city and getting that resolution hopefully brought together post haste. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Burrell. Councilmember Newell.
Well, lots of exciting stuff. I wanted to first speak about the Arts Council where I participate. We've got the Light the Heights coming up on November 28th. Love to have people come out and join us for that event. And also consider joining the Arts Council. We're continually looking for volunteers to come out and be a part of our great arts culture that we have here in the city, and to bring in some new insights that may, light another fire underneath us to be able to present projects for the city to participate in and events. That's really important. We're looking now at some more cultural events for the city, and then just finding ways to bring greater engagement through our Arts Council. And so I'm really excited about that. I also participate on our legislative committee, and through the Utah League of Cities and Towns, there's a lot of work being done. Some of the work is surrounding housing, which we know is a very big issue for every community here in the state. Water issues are another issue that is important, but something else that is really important that we don't tend to think about a lot is the mental health and security and safety for our first responders. And that's something that's really important to us as a city, but also to more municipalities in our community. And we're starting to really get some focus on that. So I think it's really important that any of you are citizens and residents that are professionals to be able to help us out that way. We'd love to get new information and insights about how we can make the environment better and safer for our first responders here in the state. I also work on the Emergency Preparedness Committee. We had a great meeting this past week. It was on Thursday night, I believe. And it was about cooking cooking food in case of an emergency, how to do it properly, what not to do in case of emergency. And there were a few things that were really interesting. One of them was around the difference between hot and cold MRIs, which I thought was really interesting. I thought an MRI could be eaten anyway, but I found out that not really, that if they're not cooked and if you don't use the proper techniques to cook them, it's not very tasty. So little things like that that really add up to helping us in case of an emergency here in our city is really critical for us to be a part of. And we'd love to have people be a part of that. We're also starting some neighborhood watch groups in different neighborhoods. And any of our residents that are interested in being a leader for a neighborhood watch a group, go out and talk to your neighbors, see who's interested, come. And the training that we get here from our police department is phenomenal. And it really helps. It's not a lot of time. It's about, I think about 3 hours total, but it's really valuable for us to know as residents how we can look out for each other and protect each other through understanding our safety. And then the last one, I will be working and representing the city at the Canyons Foundation, Canyon School Foundation, which I'm looking forward to, and it will be a great honor.
Thank you, Councilmember Newell. Councilmember Peterson.
Thank you, Mayor. It's been a very, very busy month for all of us on the council. I think it's been probably as busy as any time that I've been on the council. But we've had a very exciting time with land and issues and purchases, and we've had many things I can't tell any of you or we'd have to kill you, but that's another story. No, but we as a council appreciate so much working with each one of you. And one of my committees that I'm part of, the board, is the mosquito abatement. And due to our hard work, it looks like we've gotten rid of all the mosquitoes for the next 3 or 4 months. That's a joke, but it is amazing. Each one of these committees that we are on, or the boards that we're on, the work that goes into trying to make the lives, each one of our lives, the standard of living as high as we can. And that's what I love about every committee we're on. When we work with, I also work with the Business Association. Make sure when you're going to go to Home Depot, go to the one closest to us in Cottonwood Heights if you can. Every now and then I used to sneak down to this is years ago, so I've done better, but I will go to the one in our city. Remember that the tax dollars that we spend, they do come back to our city. And this helps us in many, many ways. I think that we as citizens, each one of us have a honey-do list that we have at our homes. In the city, we as city, as being in our positions that we are on, we have a honey-do list that never ends. I loved being able to work with the citizens within the city and be able to help them on everything from traffic calming. We've got issues with people can't get out of their driveways. We're going to have snow removal issues. The wonderful thing about being one of 4, 5 counting the mayor, is we're accessible at all times. I'm averaging 5 hours a day on the phone with each and every one, not just in my district, and I'm District 1, and we have 4 districts, but we reach over district boundaries because we love the people, the individuals that live in our city. I'm grateful for all of the things that we can do to help better the lives of those that live within our city. And I'm grateful for the mayor and the other council for all they do. We do work hand in hand on each item that we have to take care of. But I'm grateful for this opportunity to serve. It's been a wonderful, now it's 3 years, and it's hard to believe that much time has gone by. But I want to thank you, each one of you in the city that are in part of our city, for all you do to help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Peterson. And Councilmember Brecken.
It's been 3 years and it was 3 minutes as well. I'm glad that Doug said that he took calls from other districts. I'm sure that his mother appreciates it as well, considering that she lives outside of his district, but in the city. I work with the youth council. We help with the city events and do other educational items We helped with the Monster Mash. We'll be at the Light the Heights. We'll be doing other things with Easter and stuff coming in the spring. The new group will be starting to take applications in March and April. So if you have a high school age student that would be interested, that's the time to be looking at the website about joining. On a little bit more sobering note, a number of weeks ago, there was a vehicle accident on I-15, and the one of the victims of that accident serves on a municipal council here in the county and served with me on the Wasatch Front Waste and Recycling Board. Word that he succumbed to his injuries and wasn't able to survive, and that's very, very sobering. Here, but I enjoy my work with Wasatch Front and the other associations that I make there. But we certainly send condolences to him and his family at this time. We also work with, I work with CH2, which is the city and the service area, the rec center, coordinating our different activities and things that happen each month. That partnership is critical to getting activities in the community-based interactions that we know. Things like Butlerville Days, the Easter egg hunt, Monster Mash, none of that would happen without cooperation between the two of us. I have appreciated Brooksy's giving that donation to the foundation, because that does allow some of the people in the city that might not otherwise be able to participate in some of the activities or things at the rec center that we have to offer. And I think that's a very good mesh of their purpose and what the Rec Center Foundation does. I'll leave 30 seconds on the board.
Thank you, Councilmember Bracken. I appreciate that. Once again, I'm just unbelievably appreciative of the council and how hard they work and how invested they are in your lives and making the city better. I am excited to announce the city of Cottonwood Heights has signed a purchase sales agreement with the intent to buy the Hillside Plaza property located on the northeast corner of 2300 East and Fort Union Boulevard. I want to emphasize we are in the beginning stages of exercising due diligence on the property. The timeline of around 120 days to execute and finalize the sale. I wanted to mention a few of the reasons that we made the decision as a council to purchase the property. As I mentioned in our newsletter a couple of months ago, we believe that we have the opportunity to create a public purpose on this property, a place of gathering. The wording in our general plan for this area is as town square. And we hope that however this project ends, that it can encapsulate a sense of belonging for our community. What that will look like is still undetermined, but the process to complete the sale is underway. The city is not intending to raise taxes, but will instead seek a bond pledging a percentage of current sales tax revenue to pay for the purchase. We envision a mixed use property, including commercial shops and restaurants, a small housing component, walkable property that we hope will attract not only our residents, but others visiting our city and those living in surrounding communities. And we also intend to involve the community, the groups that have formed and others, and look forward to their participation in deciding what becomes of this property. So thank you for indulging us for a few minutes. Item 5.0 rather is a citizen comment period. This is a time for citizens to address the council concerning whatever matters they desire. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to speak. Please review the public comment procedures on the last page of the agenda. If you haven't already filled out a speaker comment card, please do so and hand it to a staff member who will get it to me. When making citizen comments, we request that you speak into the microphone so that your comments can be recorded and that you give your name and that you avoid insulting language. The audience should avoid expressions of support so that all speakers will feel like they can safely express their thoughts. The council is here to listen, but you shouldn't expect to engage in a back and forth dialogue. The first comment card that I have for this evening is from Jennifer Cotton. Come on up.
What a beautiful night, Mayor and Council. Thank you so much. I'm excited about the plan to purchase the shopping mall that we used to go up to all the time after school and hang out and enjoy. I lived in Cottonwood Heights for 7 years, right around the corner from the Cottonwood Heights Rec Center, in one of those sets of apartments that kind of run down the hill. And I loved it. And saved my money and finally bought a place not too far from here in Sandy, almost Midvale. So I'm just love this area and I'm here a lot. And Jen has been wonderful. Jen Cottom, Cottom, Cottonwood Heights, has been a resident for a time and she'll talk to you. I'm introducing her today because she is our League of Women Voters Council Observer for Cottonwood Heights City Council, Mayor Council Group. I don't know if you're aware of the observer role, but the observers are a League of Women Voters local government, which is county and communities, cities and townships. We ensure that the county and municipal governments are open, accountable, and responsive to the needs of your residents. We do this by attending your meetings, grassroots community councils, commissions, boards. We demonstrate to local officials that citizens care about the issues you bring up and you deal with every day. And sharing what we learn engages and informs our whole community. Our efforts this year have had a direct impact on COVID-19 masking, on ranked choice voting, which was tried in many communities, including this one at one time, and working on understanding and marketing the pros and cons of the gravel pit and the gondola. And so I want to make sure you know that as a newer member of your community, I'm sort of on the side. I appreciate all that you do and all the hard work, and I want to introduce Jen Cottom, a resident and member of your community who will be your observer. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Kirby. All right, well, I think she pretty much covered it, but I'm new to the League of Women Voters, and it is a bipartisan group. So I'm just here to report on the issues. I'm not trying to interject my opinions. I'll try to be very, very level on everything and just let everyone know what's going on. And if you ever have anything you want to input back to me, I would appreciate your feedback as well. Thanks.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. You're welcome at any time. We hope to see you a lot then, it sounds like.
Thank you,
So-
Mayor Mike Weichers.
Thank you. Next, we have Kirby Croyle. Oh. So you are Kirby. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Next, then we have Mary Ellen Johnson.
Hi, my name is Mary Ellen Johnson, 3489 McIntosh Lane. First of all, thank you. That's so exciting to hear about purchasing the Hillside Plaza. Yippee. Secondly, thank you for putting the do not block on the asphalt on Fort Union on our streets that are just west of Big Cottonwood Canyon. We do get blocked in there, and our neighborhood is excited to see if that makes a difference. So thank you. Thirdly, this is kind of a random thing, but I walk really early in the morning. In the winter, the last 3 to 4 years, I've noticed that there's been many vehicles parked either in the park, Whitewater Park, because that's where I walk, or on Fort Union around the gear room. These vehicles have blackout curtains around the ski season, And I'm very concerned. I would bet money that they are car camping in their vehicles so they can be first up the canyon. So what do? If I get back from my walk, I have to wait till 8 o'clock to call code enforcement. Chances are they're not working on those weekends. So I'm very concerned about our neighborhood. I am the neighborhood watch captain, so I feel a little more responsible for my neighborhood. And this is a concern that's been on my mind, and I want to address it because I don't even think you are aware that we have a lot of vehicles with car campers in the ski season. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. I appreciate all of your comments. And I think, Chief, did I see you want to maybe respond?
Yes, just real quickly. She is correct that that's exactly what they're doing, and we've caught in several of them throughout the city. That's a new thing. Just sleep in the car and then be the first at the canyon. You do not have to wait till 8 o'clock. That is a law enforcement issue. So 840-4000, and we'll be there in 4 minutes and we'll take care of it. Okay. That's exactly what you do. Yeah, they can. They can't be camping, and we do patrol it. We do yes, we do patrol it and we enforce it as we can. I mean, we obviously have a whole city to take care of, and they're taking other calls throughout the night. So if we don't catch it and you call us, we will respond. We'll handle it for you. So we appreciate the help. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you for that. And thank you again. That was very relevant. I do not see anybody's hand up online. Anybody else in the audience? And I
think Eric and his son are being shy a little bit. I didn't know if they had anything to say. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. With that, I will close the citizen comment period. So we have item 6.0 is our legislative items. We only have two. First, we'll begin with consideration of resolution 2022-59, approving entry into an agreement with Salt Lake County for Tier 2 ZAP funding. We actually discussed this item earlier in our work session. Any other comments or questions from the council? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve resolution 2022-59.
I'll make that motion to approve resolution 2022-59.
I'll second that, Mayor.
We have a motion to approve from Councilmember Newell and a second from Councilmember Peterson. Final questions, comments?
Oh, it's the ZAP programming is great, and I know it's essential to the Arts Council for putting on some of their programs. So much appreciated.
Yeah, we're grateful for the grant. So with that, I will call for the vote. Councilmember Peterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Bracken,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell, Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
and I will vote yes. Next is item 6.2, consideration of resolution 2022-60. We also discussed this item earlier in our work session. Any other questions or comments from the council? This resolution, by the way, is declaring certain property surplus. Hearing no other questions, I will entertain a motion to approve resolution 2022-60, declaring certain property surplus.
I move that we approve 6.2 2022-60, Mayor.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve from Councilmember Peterson and a second from Councilmember Burrell. Final questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. Councilmember Bracken,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Councilmember Peterson.
Yes.
And I will vote yes. Okay. So the minutes from our meeting on November 1st did not get finished and sent out. So we're going to postpone approving the minutes until our first meeting in December. That does conclude the items on our agenda tonight. I will at this point entertain a motion to adjourn.
I like spending time with you. So I don't
I move that we adjourn, Mayor.
I'll second that.
Great. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
I wonder if Doug does spend any time.